In 1988, Nike created one of the world's most famous slogans, just do it. And literally, that slogan changed lives. If you think about it, there's so many things in life that we really just need to apply that principle, just do it. And today, I'm going to be explaining to you guys why sometimes it's better to just do it than to wait. As always, my name's Runo, and welcome back to your favorite hot chocolate. Let's go! So I've been meditating a bit on the slogan, and I've created 4 points for you guys as to why it's better for you to just do it rather than to think and procrastinate on whatever. So let's go. So our first reason is connected to things that you don't really feel like doing. When you just do it, you are building discipline. Like, for example, one thing I absolutely hate to do is study. I know. Don't start judging me here. I do not like studying at all. It's a really hard thing for me to do, and I just can't pull myself to sit down and study. So me just doing it is, even though I find studying hard to do, I still sit down and I still study. Not because I now magically like the task, but because I want to build discipline so that I will do it whenever I need to do it. Discipline is one of the key factors that determines whether or not a person is going to be successful or they're going to be unsuccessful. And also to what degree of success you're going to attain. The more disciplined you are, the more successful you're going to be. The only way you can truly be disciplined is to learn how to just do things. Learn how to do the hard stuff, and you're going to build discipline that will help you in future to achieve your big goals. Number 2 is connected to identity formation. How's that work? Here. So let's say you want to wake up at 6 a.m. and you want to join the early risers. You just doing it is, whether you feel like it or not, every day you're going to set your alarm for 6 a.m. or 5 a.m., however early you want to wake up. Set up everything needed and all the systems in place so that you will get out of bed at that 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning, rather than once you wake up you spend that time scrolling on your phone and getting work done. This whole process of just doing it, in this case waking up at 5 or 6 a.m., is reinforcing your identity as a person who wakes up at 5 or 6 a.m. You are known for doing something because you do it over and over. So you can't build a new identity if you aren't willing to repeatedly do an action over and over till it becomes one with yourself. Repetition creates identity, which is where just do it comes in. When you learn how to just do it, especially when you're trying to implement a new habit into your life, you are reinforcing day by day your identity as the type of person who now does those things or no longer does those things, depending on what you're trying to add or remove from your life. Number 3, this is attached to achieving goals, and reason 3 is attached to your goals. When you just do it, you get to your goals faster. Let's say you have 2 students who are writing the same exam. Let's say their names are Lara and Dimitra, right? So now, Dimitra studies once a week for this exam. She knows that she has to study more, but she can't really be bothered with studying more that she needs to study. So Dimitra, she knows that she has to study for this exam, but she can't be bothered, so the most she does is 30 minutes every week. Lara, on the other hand, she knows that this exam is going to be hard. She knows that if she doesn't study, she's not going to achieve her goal of graduating best in her class. So she does the thing that she doesn't want to do. She sits down, she studies, and even though there are distractions, she still sets them aside and focuses on what is the most important thing at hand, studying. Based off the scenario, when these two girls enter the exam hall, who do you think is going to achieve their goal of graduating at the top of the class? Clara. Clara's going to achieve it. That's a clear sign of what just do it can do for you. When you just do the things that you know are needed for you to achieve your goals, you achieve your goals way faster, much more efficiently, and sometimes to a degree that's even higher than what you expected. And finally, the last reason I have for you concerning just do it deals with how others see you. Is when you just do it, you get the halo effect working for you. So if you don't really know what the halo effect is, essentially the halo effect is a thing where because you possess one good trait, people around you start to assume you have multiple good traits. Like, let's say you're very respectful. There are people who start assuming that, oh, since she's really respectful, I'm sure that she's smart, she's pretty, she's funny, she smells nice, blah, blah, blah. Since as human beings, we tend to attribute one good quality with multiple. So when you're known for having one good quality, it's just instantly assumed that you have all the others. Let's say you apply just do it. So how does just do it apply in the situation? Let me tell you. So how it would apply here is, let's say a teacher asks you to help them take some notebooks to their class. You don't want to do it, but you still do it. Not because you're trying to kiss up to your teacher's butts, even though, it can be helpful. It can be helpful in some situations, but that's a topic for a whole different video. You are trying to kiss up to your teacher's butts, yes, I know. But you still help them to submit the notes to their classroom. So now when this teacher is talking about you to another staff, they'll be like, oh, this child is so helpful. Instantly, the other staff start thinking, if she's helpful, that means she must be respectful, or he must be respectful. If he's so helpful, that means he should have the qualities needed to be a leader in school. And you'll start pattering with a bunch of other things that you may or may not actually have, and that can get you into rooms and spaces that you would have never gotten into. Personally, I know how helpful the halo effect can be because I've experienced it multiple times in senior school. I think the best example of halo effect is my teachers know me to be someone that is always on time. Like, you could never catch me coming late. So then, there was this day that I came for a class, like 15 minutes late. And this person teaching us and my form teacher were in class. And as soon as I entered in, everybody was staring at me. I apologized to the teacher. I'm sorry for coming late, and it was all an accident and everything like that. You know what happened? I didn't get in trouble. They didn't yell, they didn't shout, they just like, okay, we understand, go back to your seat. If it was anybody else in my class that did that, they would have gotten punished. And it's not because I kiss up to my teachers' butts. It's because my teachers knew that by standard, I am always on time and I'm a good student. So because of that, this was just a one-time thing. It was never going to happen. Summary of the story, I completely avoided the punishment, all because I did the hard thing for a good number of people to be on time. All because I did that hard thing, which was to be on time, even though some days I'm running late as hell, I still force myself to try and make it on time, even though it's hard. Because I did that, I was able to dodge an entire punishment. That is how powerful Just Do It is. Now, this is just a very brief summary of how powerful that whole philosophy of Just Do It can be in your life. If you want me to make a more detailed one, please comment down below. But that brings us to the end of this video. I honestly hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a comment below. Tell me what parts you liked, what you'd like me to work on. Obviously, I'm open to constructive criticism and I'm open to opinions. What sort of topics you want me to talk on? Also drop yours there. know I also vlog on this YouTube channel. Yes, I do. You can check out my other videos. I have vlogs, I sing, I get up to all sorts of stuff here on this channel. So if you like the vibe that you see, make sure you leave a like and leave a subscribe. And of course, we can be besties. As always, remember, we are all marshmallows floating around in the hot chocolate called life. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!